on.
Bodies exploding.
Yeah.
Charlton, good to be working with your old friend Neil again.
Oh, it's incredible. It's really incredible, and it's amazing to be back here, guys. I've been telling people how emotional I'm feeling, because everyone's like, are you excited to be at Comic-Con? I'm like, I'm very excited, and I'm very grateful. It was a defining moment of my life when I came here in 2009. I'm not going to cry because my character needs to look tough, so they told me just like, when you say that, say it cool. But so thank you, guys. Thank you for the support and you gave our small film back in the day. And it was incredible, to work with Neil again.
Quite a departure from your previous work with Neil.
Yeah.
This character is a complete and total badass, and you're almost unrecognizable in it.
Yeah, it was. When I first read the first draft that Neil showed me, I said he didn't say specifically which character or anything. He was just showing it to me just creatively, and I said to him, this villain seems to be something that I could resonate with and do something kind of original. You don't get chances to do kind of entertaining, original sort of villains very often. And so he's definitely allowed me to do that, and I think hopefully done something a little bit different from what you might expect, from a movie villain.
And Simon, let's talk about your character a little bit in the film.
My character was produced in the movie, so it was. I was a huge fan of District 9, and I wanted to be working with Neil just as a genre fan. I think what's so cool is that there's politics and social commentary, and the movie has rich themes, but it's also, like you see here, a kick-ass, fun, loud, bloody science fiction action movie. And that, I think, interests you as much as world politics does.
When I saw the footage, it took me back to films like Soylent Green and films like that dealt with social issues in a very sort of big sci-fi way, but had very sort of meaningful undertones. And I think that more science fiction should explore some of those themes. I mean, District 9 did it with racism so well, and it's great to see this going on.
Yeah.
We've got some questions, I'm sure, in the audience for everybody up here, and we certainly want to get to them. So let's start taking some before we run out of time. Let's see who's up first. Hi there, what's your question?
Hi, I just wanted to first say to Matt Damon and Jodie Foster, thank you so much for being a tremendous inspiration. All your work for me and my actor friends, you guys are heroes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you.
Then I guess my question is, for both of you, what has been the hardest role you've ever played? And then what was kind of the one thing that got you to rise to that challenge and kind of overcome why it was so hard?
You want to go first?
No, you go first.
I got to think about it. I think the hardest part was probably trying to get a job at the beginning. That was the hardest. Seriously, that was the most frustrating and difficult part of the entire thing. Listening to Joe just a few minutes ago up here talking, as challenging, as much as we can kind of bitch or grouse about a certain role, the reality is we're doing what we love to do, and it's really fun. So even if there are kind of difficult parts, or you gotta, go on a special diet or train, or whatever it is, it's still, you're doing what you love to do, and there's really, and that to me is, so once I kind of got my foot in the door, and I realized they weren't going to throw me out, and I could work consistently. There hasn't really been. I feel like I don't really work because I'm doing what I really love to do. But the years of struggling to get a job was the most challenging part of the career.
Well, I sometimes I feel like I come at this as an imposter, and that I wasn't born to be an actor, and I don't have any of those good attributes that actors have, like they can stand on a table and do imitations and put lampshades on their heads. It's just not my personality. But I started as a child actor at 3, and here I was. I've always had a very intellectual approach, and I look at movies the way I look at books. And I am somebody who processes things through my head first, and then at the same time through my body. So there have been roles that I've actually had to change all that. And those are the challenging ones. Nell, for example. I don't know how great the movie was, but it was a challenge for me because it's not who I am. I mean, I'm not somebody that lives with my emotions on the outside. And what I found out that I thought was interesting was I was so worried about how I was going to figure it out, and what I realized is I just had to drink coffee and show up. And if I had known that all those years ago, maybe I would have started drinking coffee and showing up more often.